What a week it's been for Chelsea. You just secured Champions League football, and then a few days later, you win the Conference League final. And we got to give them a lot of credit because this season, based off the objectives that they had entering this season, it's been successful. They would have wanted to make top four, and they absolutely had to win this tournament. And that's exactly what they did. And we got to give Enzo Maresca his flowers as well, because entering this season, there was a lot of criticism that he was facing, right? A lot of people didn't believe that he deserved the job. There were people that didn't believe that he was better than Pochettino. And today, he's proven that Chelsea made the right call by bringing him in. But this game was a tale of two halves. Betis were definitely the better team in the opening 45, but what we saw from Chelsea in that second half, especially from Cole Palmer, was phenomenal. So I need you guys to get in that comment section and let me know what you thought about this match and who was your player of the game. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. Real Betis 1, Chelsea 4. And I don't think anybody should be surprised that Chelsea won, right? Before the tournament even started, at the beginning of the season, when we looked at all the teams that were in this competition, Chelsea were by far the best team in it. I mean, earlier on in the in the Conference League group stage, these guys were playing a second team. Like, they were rotating one team for the Prem, then they had a different team for the Conference League, right? Like, they were able to walk this competition pretty easily. But Real Betis are a good team, and they have some good players. So when I saw that this was going to be the final matchup, I was super intrigued, right? We know that Spanish teams in these European finals usually win them, right? Real Betis have brought shame to La Liga, okay? They weren't able to get over the line, but it was always going to be very hard for them to do that, bro. Chelsea just have way too much quality. And I think Betis in that first half played a perfect game. But I know that their players are in that locker room definitely kicking themselves for not taking advantage of the opportunities that they had. They went up 1-0 early, but they could have scored 2 more goals in that first half, but they just missed. And if they were able to even go up 2-0, that would have given them some breathing room, right? But I think the game plan from Pellegrini against Chelsea, fantastic in opening 45 minutes, right? Chelsea had all that possession, but they did nothing with it. They didn't threaten the goalkeeper one time in that first half. It was actually a pathetic first 45 minutes from Chelsea. Like, it was a disgraceful performance from them. If you look at how Betis played, they let Chelsea have the ball, right? They defended really well. They cut off passing lanes. They played a mid to low block, and they also pressed really well. And the only thing that they can look back on in that first half and wish that they'd done better was to be more clinical. Because even though Betis have a good team, right? Isco in that first half cooked, was man of the match up until that Cole Palmer masterclass. But Isco was doing a lot of the dirty work, was also involved in the final third, got the assist. One player that ghosted today was Antony. I'm glad that everybody can stop glazing him, okay? We know that Antony has been playing really well since getting that loan move to Betis. But the way that people were sucking this guy off, you would think we were talking about prime Neymar, okay? Antony was so shit at United that people couldn't believe that he looked competent at best. And to be fair, he was balling. He was scoring some good goals, getting some good assists. He was playing like a different guy than what we saw at United. But the glaze that he was getting was ridiculous. Antony today ghosted. This guy, I didn't notice him until like the 80th minute when he was trying to fight Enzo Fernández. He was out there just doing cardio. Let's talk about it. I think that first half from Chelsea, like I said, shit. Every single Chelsea player was awful in that first 45 minutes. And I was starting to feel like Betis might be able to pull this off. Betis looked really good. We got to be honest. And then when I looked at Chelsea's bench, I'm like, there's no goal scorers there. Who are they going to bring on? Nkunku? Mark Gu? I'm like, Bro, if Betis can maintain their shape, and if they can play like this in the second half, they have a chance. But that is not what happened. Early in the second half, Betis were still playing well. And then like the 62nd minute came. And then Cole Palmer decided, I'm going to take this game by the scruff of the neck and I'm going to carry Chelsea back into it. Those 2 assists that he got, the first one for Enzo Fernández, oh my goodness me. What a pass. That ball into the box was perfect. The weight of pass was phenomenal. And then for the second assist when Nico Jackson scored, he absolutely cooked that Betis defender. Like, Cole Palmer's a fucking baller. I know that this season wasn't as good as his debut season for Chelsea, but do not get it mistaken. This guy is the franchise player. The project that Chelsea have going is only as successful as Cole Palmer takes them, okay? If Cole Palmer's not playing well, if he's not the driving force, I don't know if that project's going to be what it was, because today you clearly saw who the best player on the pitch was. Man of the match. I think that second half, Chelsea just blitzed them, right? Betis looked tired. They looked like they were unprepared to deal with some of the things that Chelsea were throwing at them, right? Enzo Fernández in that second half, very good. This guy crashes the box so well, right? He's always making those runs. I think Caicedo did a good job as well. Nico Jackson, he did score. But I'm going to tell you something right now. This guy is hella mid. He could have killed the game off and made it 3-1. They had a perfect counterattack. But I didn't know that this guy was out there playing in Timberlands with that second touch. But then Jadon Sancho comes off the bench, scores the dagger to make it 3-1. What a finish from Sancho. I want to ask you guys a question. Do you think Chelsea should activate his buy option? He's on loan from Manchester United, and it's crazy because United just lost in the Europa League final to Tottenham. They just got embarrassed in a friendly game against some Asian All-Stars. And then here's Jadon Sancho scoring in a European final. This Conference League matchup was better than the Europa League. Both these teams are clear of Manchester United and Tottenham. But the difference is one team had more quality than the others. I think Enzo Maresca subs were the right ones. I said it during the watch-along. Bring on Reece James. Bring on Jadon Sancho. And that's exactly what the manager did. And they made an impact. Reece James is a very good player. And you know what's crazy? Now that I'm thinking about it, Chelsea are the first team, I believe, that have won every single major European trophy. I've seen them win Europa. I've seen them win the UCL. And I've seen them now win the Conference League. They are the most successful team in London when it comes to European trophies. They are the biggest team in London. I mean, it is what it is. The European trophies, it holds more weight. And I know that there's going to be some people that are going to try and discredit them and say, oh, it's only the Conference League. But to me, that doesn't fly. Because if they would have lost this game, they would have been getting bantered, right? So if you would have laughed at Chelsea for losing, then you can't dismiss them for winning. You have to give them credit. Betis are a good team. I saw Betis give Barcelona a hard time. I saw Betis beat Real Madrid this season. They're not some shit team. Yes, they don't have the money like Chelsea do, and they don't have the squad depth like Chelsea do, but they are a very good side. So we have to give Chelsea credit. They were the favorites, and they reached all the objectives that they set. I made the prediction this season that they were going to win this competition and that they'd win or that they would finish in the top 4. So you got to give me a W as well, okay? I've put my neck on the line for Chelsea on the Football Terrace, on other big channels where I big them up. They have a very talented squad. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the summer window because now that they have UCL football, and this is the first trophy that a lot of those players in this squad have won, right? Obviously, you have some veterans there, like Reece James, for example, that's lifted Champions League. So this isn't going to mean as much to him. But by winning this trophy, now a mentality could be added to this young Chelsea side to kick on next season. But their board are going to have to spend money in the summer. Don't look at the 17-year-old wonder kids. Don't try and sign young players. No, you have to go out there and sign proven players. Chelsea need a striker. Chelsea need another center back, and Chelsea need a better goalkeeper. If they can address those areas, Chelsea next season are going to be very scary, especially if they're able to keep their bigger talent that they have. But good performance, amazing second half. Real Betis weren't clinical, Chelsea were. It seemed like in the second half, every shot that was on target led to a goal. Caicedo scoring as well to end it off. Yo, as I said, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, get in the comment section, and let me know what you thought about this Conference League final. Real Betis, for the first time in forever, a La Liga team has lost a European final. It is what it is. They were the clear underdogs, so, I can't really go too much in on them. But big up to your damn selves. Join the Discord. The link is down below. Holla Madrid. We will carry Spain, okay? If it wasn't for Real Madrid, bro, Spain would be viewed as the Bundesliga. They would talk about La Liga like it's Ligue 1. Let's just be honest, okay? We're the only team that can save us, and we're going to do that in the Club World Cup. But as I said, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications.